New Year's Eve, a night of countdowns, sparkling lights, and celebratory noise. For many, it's an evening filled with hope, companionship, and the thrill of a fresh start. But not everyone rings in the new year in the company of loved ones. For countless individuals, especially older adults, New Year's Eve can be a solitary experience. The world, so preoccupied with celebration, often overlooks the quiet side of this occasion. It's easy to feel left out when every advertisement, every social media post, and every news broadcast paints the night as one meant for joyous gatherings. But solitude on New Year's Eve is not just a challenge, it's also an opportunity. Today, we'll delve into what it means to spend New Year's Eve alone in old age. We'll explore the feelings it brings, the memories it stirs, and the ways we can transform this solitude into a meaningful experience. The changing meaning of New Year's Eve. When we're young, New Year's Eve is often synonymous with excitement. It's a night to stay up late, make resolutions, and imagine a future filled with endless possibilities. But as we grow older, the night takes on a different meaning. For many older adults, New Year's Eve becomes less about celebration and more about reflection. It's a time to look back on the years that have passed, to remember the people we've lost, and to acknowledge the ways our lives have changed. While this reflection can be deeply meaningful, it can also be tinged with sadness. In old age, the awareness of time becomes more acute. The ticking of the clock feels more significant, and the passing of each year is a reminder of life's fragility. This heightened awareness can make New Year's Eve an emotional experience, one that's both profound and challenging. The quiet after the festive season. The days between Christmas and New Year's can feel like a strange liminal space. For some, it's a time to relax and enjoy the aftermath of the holiday season. But for others, it can feel quiet to the point of loneliness. The contrast between the bustling energy of Christmas and the reflective tone of New Year's Eve can be stark. If Christmas was spent surrounded by family, the days after might feel still and empty. If it wasn't, the solitude of the season can feel even more pronounced. For older adults, this period is often a time to reflect on the past, not just the past year, but a lifetime of memories. The quiet days offer space to think about the people who were once part of our lives, the traditions that have faded over time, and the milestones that have shaped us. Why solitude feels sharper on New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve is a night that carries societal expectations. It's framed as a time for parties, for laughter, for being surrounded by others. When those expectations aren't met, it's easy to feel as though something is missing. For older adults, solitude on New Year's Eve can bring up a mix of emotions. There's the nostalgia for past celebrations, nights spent with loved ones, laughing, dancing, and toasting to the future. There's also the awareness of the relationships that have changed or faded over time. But while solitude can feel like a void, it doesn't have to be. In fact, it can be a powerful opportunity to reconnect with ourselves, to reflect on our journey, and to find peace in the quiet. Embracing solitude. Being alone on New Year's Eve doesn't have to mean being lonely. It's possible to find comfort and even joy in solitude, especially when we approach it with intention. Here are some ways to make the most of this time. 1. Reflect on your journey. Take time to think about the life you've lived so far. What are the moments you're most proud of? What challenges have you overcome? Reflecting on your journey can help you appreciate the resilience and strength you've developed over the years. 2. Create a personal tradition. Who says traditions have to involve others? Start a tradition that's just for you. It could be as simple as lighting a candle, preparing your favorite meal, or writing a letter to your future self. These small rituals can make the night feel meaningful. 3. Practice gratitude. Even in solitude, there's much to be grateful for. Take a moment to list the things you're thankful for, big or small. This practice can shift your focus from what's missing to what you have. 4. Reach out in your own way. Even if you're spending the night alone, you can still connect with others. Call a friend, send a message to a loved one, or participate in an online community. Sometimes, a simple conversation can make a world of difference. 5. Focus on the year ahead. Instead of making resolutions, consider setting intentions for the coming year. What do you want to prioritize? What brings you joy? These intentions can serve as a gentle guide for the months ahead. The role of reflection. Reflection is a natural part of aging, and New Year's Eve offers a perfect opportunity to embrace it. In the quiet of the night, we can look back on the life we've lived, the joys, the sorrows, and the lessons learned. For older adults, this reflection often extends beyond the past year. It's a chance to think about the people who have shaped us, the experiences that have defined us, and the values that continue to guide us. While reflection can be emotional, it can also be empowering. It reminds us of our strength, our resilience, and our ability to adapt to life's changes. Finding connection in solitude. While solitude can be a beautiful experience, it's also important to maintain a sense of connection. If you find yourself feeling isolated, consider ways to engage with others even in small ways. Volunteer your time. Helping others can bring a sense of purpose and connection. Join a group. Look for local clubs, classes, or community events that align with your interests. Embrace technology. Use social media or video calls to stay in touch with loved ones. Even small acts of connection can make a big difference, reminding us that we're never truly alone. A new perspective on New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve doesn't have to be defined by parties or celebrations. It can be a time of quiet celebration, a chance to honor the journey we've taken and to look forward with hope. As the clock strikes midnight, let's remember that the start of a new year is not about grand resolutions or external celebrations. It's about the inner promise we make to ourselves to live authentically, to cherish our time, and to find meaning in the everyday. If you're spending New Year's Eve alone, know that you're not truly alone. Across the world, countless others are sharing this experience, finding their own ways to reflect, recharge, and embrace the moment. Let's enter the new year with a sense of gratitude for the life we've lived, hope for the future, and